didn't discuss the Chinese government flexing its regulatory muscle over the last several months. While Sequoia is not one to opine on global macro developments, how have these developments affected your investment in Prosus? Are there other pockets of the portfolio that are exposed to China risk?
I'll answer the second question first. Fortunately, I think Prosus is unique in the portfolio in its exposure to China. We don't have any other investments that are being directly affected by policy in China in the way that Prosus is. For those unfamiliar, Prosus is a holding company invested in e-commerce and internet businesses, but the bulk of its economics are driven by an enormous investment in Tencent, which is one of China's two dominant internet giants, the other being Alibaba. Tencent operates the WeChat messaging network and has a vast gaming empire. By gaming, by the way, I mean video games, not gambling. By investing in Prosus, we gained exposure to Tencent at a steeply discounted price. The events of the past year have made it clear that Xi Jinping is turning China away from some of the more liberal economic practices that first emerged under Deng Xiaoping in the 1980s and toward heavier state intervention in the country's economic affairs. The result has been that China's top 6 technology stocks, and Tencent is among them, lost more than 1 trillion in aggregate market value in 6 months. To date, Tencent has remained largely in the Communist Party's good graces, but it is still feeling the effects of this interventionist turn. As one example, its gaming business is affected by a recent decree that minors in China be restricted to just a handful of hours of gaming per week. And while underage gamers account for less than 3% of Tencent's gaming revenue, that mandate highlights the idea that Tencent is not entirely free to run its business as it sees fit. So far, we've concluded that the benefits of investing in Prosus outweigh the risks. Tencent is an absolutely amazing company that grows value very quickly. But we are monitoring developments in China closely and keeping our minds open to the idea that investing landscape there has permanently changed.